What's up, guys? My name is Camus. I'm here with Asuna. Just came off an unfortunate loss against Cloud9, Stage 2 playoffs. I wanted to ask you. So I just talked with Zix a little bit. Essentially, he said what it kind of looked like from a spectator perspective, honestly, which is that like a lot of like little mistakes kind of got you guys in the end, kind of like snowballed things out of control in certain scenarios. Especially map one, it felt like there were a lot of like little rounds that got kind of like stolen away, or maybe there was like an unfortunate like over rotate, and then you have to do a retake that you don't really want. I want to ask your perspective on like what you think happened exactly, especially on the first map. Yeah, especially on the first map.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with everything Tony said with the rotates. Obviously, we have I talked to him after map one, and we also talked after map two,
Yeah,
reflection wise. So definitely gonna have the same opinion. It's just unfortunate, and trying to like really remember what happened. Obviously, I say this all the time, but I didn't watch. I can't watch the VOD, so I don't know exactly where we like
yeah,
truly fumbled. But I think I think the games that we lose, where it's a pretty hectic and we force things. Whenever we don't force things, it's a lot better. And the rounds where we played composed and slowed it down and let them make a mistake, we usually came out ahead. And yeah, I think we were just, I don't know, getting unlucky in moments that needed not even luck, but just average stuff to happen. And then some, small things just did not go our way. Like I just remembered a round where I think he defused the bomb, and we kill him like like 0.2 seconds after, and it's like, damn, if we could have won that thrifty, it would have been big on A. Um, Either way, yeah, just a lot of small details. It didn't feel like a full like macro or like anything big gap. Definitely could be like a different day we win, but yeah, unlike the G2 series where like definitely felt like there was a big gap, and even if we had a really good day, it would have been hard.
did you feel like C9 was stronger than you expected?
Uh, no, I wouldn't say they were stronger than I expected. I think right now the league is at a pretty low level outside of like Senna and G2. I think everyone would testify to that, and it just sucks. Um, right now during stage two, I think a lot of teams made roster moves, and some of them didn't work out, some did, and we're one of those teams. And yeah, I think C9 is just very fortunate that they were able to keep their core, keep working on it, and yeah, they just kept improving throughout the year. And because of that, they're definitely stronger than us today. And yeah, just a unfortunate result, really. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Coming into this on this stage, you guys have not won a series where bind is banned.
Mhm.
Obviously, that's probably just like a coincidence of losing that series. But do you think there's an overinvestment into bind at all, like for you guys for win condition?
I mean,
It's
it's not
just a
like we're
question. It's not like that's
yeah,
what I'm pushing. Yeah,
no, no, I understand. Um, Obviously we don't like practice the map that much. It's not like we're putting 4 days of bind in and just yeah, it
yeah.
just happens to be like we play the map and things just click a lot better. We don't even like I'll be honest, we don't put that much time into that map anymore. Like we might not scrim it at all in a week and then just pick it because it's like yeah.
You're just good at
Um
bind.
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
best way I can describe it is like an analogy. Some people are gifted at like math, and like they might be bad at science, but it's like still hard to improve at that other subject or map, even though you're good at one map. Just because you're good at one map, uh, yeah. But I think we just understand how to play, and it just also the map. It's a unique map in the sense of there's no mid, and I think that helps us out a lot with the way we approach the game.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like you said, sometimes you're just like good at something. You guys are just good at bind. That's almost like an advantage in my opinion. I don't know if you agree, but like because people are always banning bind against you, so it's like
Mhm.
you know that they might use a ban on that, and it gives you time to like invest into other maps as well.
Yeah,
And then you surprise them on another map, and they already wasted their ban on bind.
yeah, it
Um,
makes Vito a lot easier, definitely.
yeah. Um, I mean, it wasn't like a crazy blowout or anything. They were both super close maps. There was a lot of like small details where, for example, the on Icebox, I don't remember which round number it was, but it was when
Uh,
net like
we're 12,
one v two.
yeah, 12-11 backside.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
you remember very well. Okay.
I mean,
You were there.
yeah, I was legit about to say that. I was there.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so we,
Like
we won
things
that
like
round.
that. Like
Mhm.
that could easily have been just net just dies. You know,
Yep.
you swing net just dies and then
We go to map
you win
three.
the round, you go to map three. Um,
Yeah.
do you feel like those mistakes were happening more than often or more than usual today, or that's just the way it went?
I mean, I think both teams were making mistakes. Like we won the second round. We thrifted them with full classics. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah, I mean, you
Honestly,
guys are really good at thrifty also. Like you guys win a lot of
yeah.
thrifties.
I think we also got thrifted on Haven. I mean, it's just like one of those things where I said earlier, but since the league is at a very low level, it feels like whoever wins is whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. It's not whoever
Okay.
plays a better game. And I think G2 and Sen, the style they have, leads to the least amount of mistakes made because they just play so clumped and so together. And um, yeah, I think the style we're trying to replicate is more of a, I don't know how to describe it besides proactive, aggressive, and it's a style that like leads to people winning tournaments. It's like the reason why T1 won. They hit all their strides and everything worked out, and that's why they won Bangkok. And then same with Paper X. The reason why they're gonna win. I mean, there might be maps or stages where they look really lost, but if it all comes together, they will win the tournament. And that's why I mean, my coach before Toronto even guessed that Paper X was gonna win because the meta was going into their favor and everything, and they barely just made it. And it's like, yeah, sometimes the style you aim for is like high risk, high reward, and you're just trying to win. You don't want to just be a third place team or a second place team. And unfortunately, we're like fifth to sixth, and it just sucks to be always, back to back years where champs is just like right there, and it's like a point away, a BO3 away, or something silly. And obviously that's on us, but it definitely sucks. Eats away at you and builds a lot of stress.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, and I completely understand. Like it is like that. Like the points end up being so close at the end of the year, and it's like, damn, all we had to do was win that match in stage one. You know, like we would have had that point or something like that. And yeah, I can see that being like really frustrating. Um, you you've been on the team the longest of anybody. I think on any VCT team. I don't know if that's 100% true, but very close
Mhm,
to it. It's been like almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years in October.
mhm,
I want to ask like what it's like being essentially like the franchise player, like
mhm,
if you compare it to NBA or NFL, like of the team,
mhm,
and like yeah, just kind of like what it's like being like literally the anchor for 100 Thieves, like how your past
mhm,
5 years have been. Because I mean, you were on 100 Thieves when they were playing like Nerd Street tournaments and stuff. So
mhm.
yeah, you've been around forever.
Yeah, I think it's easier to see character development, I would say. I think that's like the biggest thing. It's not like I'm hopping to different environments and the environments mold me. It's like I make the environment in a sense. I think that's like the biggest thing I've noticed. And especially the first 2 years, definitely learned a lot from them. And then once we got Sean Garris and Mike's HD, I think really became a different person. And it's just crazy because esports is one of those things where I'm not a big photo video guy, at least prior to going pro, and not until like recently, the past 2 to 3 years, I started being into photos and videos of stuff and being like really nostalgic. But I'm grateful for like being able to have videos of moments back then when I wouldn't take a video or a photo or anything. It's like there'll always be a YouTube video of like me in 2020,
Yeah,
2021
you're building
next year.
memories basically.
Yeah, and it's easy to reflect when you have those. I think it's harder when you have the human mind's just not capable of really remembering things. You know, like second to second. You'll remember it in a way that you want to remember it.
Yeah,
And I think I can see the story that I developed and like made, and just wish like last year, this year, there was just like a happier ending. And yeah, and with the franchise question that you brought up, I never really think of it like that. I just think of myself as like a good player. Obviously, my role on the team has changed a lot. To beginning of my journey on 100 Thieves, it was definitely more of a star player. Try to frag out, pop off, and then take a back step, and then supporting Matt, Dan, and anyone on the team really. And now like doing 50-50 in a sense where some maps I play duelist, some maps I don't, and play like a really really supportive role. um and just try to I mean, it's cliche to say, but try to be a better person and better player, and just keep building on that because the time and experience I've spent in esports has been invaluable, no matter what I do in life, and ultimately just grateful, to be here for 5 years, and I'm gonna say it. I hope for 6 years, but the results definitely don't. Wish they were better. That's the best way I'll word it,
For sure.
and it just sucks because 5 years and there's not really much to be happy about. Obviously, stage one, 2024, first strike, Red Bull, LCQ run. There are moments, but man, it would just be nice to have like a dominant year. It's always I've never had a year where it's been like, I don't know how to put it in words, but just normal. There's always something going on. There's always like external factors. I wish it was just me in the game, but sadly, life doesn't work like that. And I wish I could share with the fans like everything that's happening, like even in my life, but it's just difficult to be open. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Just sorry, went on a bit of a ramble
No,
because you
no,
said
I
5
really
years.
appreciate you sharing
Uh,
that.
yeah, just reflecting. Maybe at one point I'll talk about like in depth of everything that happened each year because there's always like something like sad. I mean, I'll be honest, just put it simply, sad that happens and makes the year very difficult and not like how you would want it. But I think everyone
Yeah.
has something like that in their esports career and they just power through it. And props to the players that open up about it because it's definitely one of those things where fans, people will just use against you. And yeah, it's not. I'm not the best person with dealing with stress, uh, but I definitely try to, I don't know, deal with it in my own way. But yeah,
Yeah.
either way,
Yeah, that makes
do you have
sense.
any other
I mean, no, no, I really appreciate you sharing that. It gives a lot of insight into like what's going on behind the scenes, and I hope that you do make like a video one day of like, yo, here's my career, here's 1 through 5, here's everything that went down. I mean, I just got done talking with Com, obviously, who also
Mhm.
lost, and he was saying the same thing. Like, there were some things that happened in his life, and it made some things really hard to get over. And
Yeah,
he's just glad he was able to persevere into the playoffs, even just
yeah,
because, like, I mean, at least you made playoffs, right? Like, there are teams that went 1-5,
mhm.
1-4, and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I also hope to see you next year on 100 Thieves. You're a great player, in my opinion. I agree with everything you said about growing as a player, starting out as like that fragger, like just popping off every game, moving into a more supportive role. Because I mean, you do a lot of crazy things for the team that are more subtle, especially like in really big rounds where players, like for example, for like Cryo popping off this time, this game, you did a lot of stuff to help that happen. So yeah, I mean, I hope to see you stick around for next year. But yeah, I hope to talk
Okay.
to you again soon.
All right.
Nice meeting you, man.
Thank you, and I appreciate the comments. And yeah, nice doing the interview with you. And hope to see you in a better term. Take
Yes,
care.
sir. Later.
Mhm.